Shalom, everyone on the streams. Let me get up the Facebook and the everything. How's the weather in Florida, Sue?
Kind of rainy, kind of warm this morning, but then it rained. I had to go to the store to pick up a few things, but I got home before it rained. But the sky looked really kind of an angry sky, but
It's that time
we're
of
okay.
year, you know.
Yeah, we're getting into that hurricane season.
So, okay, I got my stuff back up. Looking at the messages. Ellen in New York says, "Shalom, Rabbi Elias and all." Shalom, Ellen. It's nice to see you.
Thank you, Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom. Ziona is here. That's good. And we can get the party started. Let me get my service up here.
Yay! I keep thinking, I don't know, every time I see us all together, I think, the old Mickey Mouse Club where everybody goes, "Hey, I'm Annette. Hi, I'm Annette."
Very yeah, exactly.
Someday maybe we can make a video. Sim Shalom video.
Shalom Club, Sim Shalom Club.
Yeah.
Hi, Ziona. Shalom, how are you?
Hanging in there,
Good.
annoyed with my medical people right now.
Yeah, I saw your post. Bless your heart.
Thanks. It made me feel better.
Yeah.
My ranting and raving.
You know, that's what Facebook.
Well,
They had beyond what I posted about them I felt like they're experimenting on me. Beyond that, they had the utter chutzpah to call up and tell me that I had an appointment with a specialist in East Baltimore, which is I can't get there.
Yeah, one of those
And
scheduling.
it's in the biggest facility that they have, and it's like as big as the town I grew up in, and I'm just not going there. I'm just not going to.
Where are you from?
I live in Maryland, so it's
Maryland.
I live about an hour outside Baltimore, but this is the east part of Baltimore, and it's too far. Not only that, but they want me to go get see this doctor, and they haven't even given my body a chance to recover, and they're telling me I need treatment, and they're telling me I need to see a liver specialist. I can't talk around it. Sorry. They tell me I need to see a liver specialist, but they haven't even given my body a chance to recover from the last round of treatments, which caused my liver problem. It's already coming down. Why can't they just give it more time rather than throw drugs at the problem?
I don't have an answer for that. That's a very common thing, though, to have, that kind of problem.
well, you ought to tell them that you want to wait. I mean,
I did.
Your body.
What are they going to do? Grab you and drag you to the,
I told them I don't want to go and that I'm going to wait. And then I said, could it be in a different facility if and when I do this? And could I do it online? And they said, no, I'm not ever going back to that facility. My blood pressure can't take it. I do not like crowds. I do not like big buildings that are bigger or as big as the town that I grew up in. I can't handle it. And COVID. I mean, I know everyone says, oh, COVID's over, but I'm still at risk with all these expletive deleted immunosuppressants that I'm on. I can't take it.
Expletive deleted. You sound like you're a writer. You sound,
Not cursing on Sim Shalom's dime. Not going to.
Oh, I see a new book coming along. And when it comes out, we're going to go, oh, I know who that was about. Oh,
It is
yeah.
7 minutes past the hour, so I apologize, but I do need to get the party started.
Uh-oh.
But let's talk
Aw.
more, Ziona. Let's talk during the healing prayer about all
Yes,
that I'm
absolutely.
going to wish you and all that you need. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Um.
Sorry to rant.
All right, no,
No,
Yeah,
you rant
that's
all you
fine.
want.
look,
Right.
We're
Judaism-
family. It's allowed.
depending on how you look at it, it's one giant thank you or one giant rant. You know, the very first thing we said when we crossed the sea to Moses was, "Were there no graves left in Egypt? Is that why you took us here?" We were complaining from the very beginning, and it's not because we had
Right.
not to complain. It's actually, it's a symbol of freedom that we have the ability to pursue, all of this. So.
Yeah. Hey, didn't anybody pack any sandwiches? Don't we're gonna be gone this long. Hey. Hey.
No, but Ziona, we've been praying for your health. I've been putting you on my Mishaberach list every day.
Oh yes.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yes.
We're going to keep praying, and hopefully you won't ever have to go to East Baltimore again to that facility, and it'll be easy. I pray for ease for you.
Thank you.
So let's get started.
Yay.
Hine ma tovu mana
Manai.
shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu mana shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom, Sephora. I saw you come in. And time for the Barhu, where we stand and be counted. Barhu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach. Blessed is the Holy One, the Holy Presence, the unity of all life that keeps us together and keeps us full of joy, even in the darkest of times. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. Thank you, Hashem, for putting us on this planet as day becomes night and night becomes day. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadata, al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu u'vkumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי ימם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. Do I have a volunteer to read the translation on the right? Let me see. Looking around.
I'll read it.
Ellen Rose, please.
Your love has embraced us always in wilderness and promised land, in good times and in bad. Night and day, your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love.
Amen. Very well said. I want to say shalom and erev tov to everyone on Facebook. I see that there are 3 of us there. Shalom. And also on YouTube. I see that, how many people on YouTube right now? Hard to say, but I know that they're there. Shalom to everybody. Let's continue now. Please read responsively with me in the English on the right. In the stories of our past,
You are
revealed.
in the laws that you gave us at Mount Sinai,
You are
revealed.
in the questions that we ask and in the answers that we might find,
You are
revealed.
in the light that burns off fog and in the darkness that swallows our grief.
You
You
are
are
revealed.
revealed.
In my questing, in my doubts and fear, and in the joy of dreams come true.
You are
revealed.
revealed.
All the blessings that surround us, those seen and unseen.
You are revealed.
Blessed are you for opening our senses to all your revelations. You who live in the glow of the heart, you live in the pain and the joy of life. You live in when we choose life and blessing. You live in the still small voice of conscience. You live in our unending search for truth. You live in our breath when we unite and call you one. Together we can say in Hebrew at the bottom of the page, Baruch Atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel, including Joanne, who just walked in. Shalom, Joanne. Erev Tov. Nice to see you again. Okay. Who's feeling like Shemaing today? Who wants to stand and declare? I want to see a volunteer.
I will.
Yeah? Wait, who's I? I didn't see.
Ellen.
Ellen
Freedom.
Friedman. Go for it.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem.
Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuso Leolam Vaed.
Listen, Israel, Adonai is God, Adonai is one, unity is the blessing, blessed is the glorious name of Adonai forever and ever and ever. Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha. Ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'evan Asher Anochi Mitzavecha Hayom Al Levavecha Vishinantam Levanecha Vidibarta Ba'am Bishiftecha Bevetecha Uvleftecha Vaderech Uvshochbecha Uvkumecha Ukshaktam leot al yadecha vehayu letotofot beineinecha Uchtavtam al mizuzot beitecha uvisharecha. And then there's another paragraph which I didn't include by accident. Leman tiskeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai vehitem kedoshim leloechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lechem lelochim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Ellen Friedman, you want to finish it for us? You're muted, my friend.
Oh. Hashem, your God is true.
Amen. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Emet. Oh, sorry.
You know, it's all the same. God has no one language, you know. So the words get there. That's what matters.
That's right.
Kavanah gets there. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osefele. Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, revered in praises, doing wonders? I do not know. Oh, I see people coming on the screen over here. Hi, Derek. Shalom to you on the Facebook. Nice to see you here. And as well as to our friends on YouTube. Shalom as well to you. Let's do a prayer of protection. Ask for some protection from all of the harm that could come to us. We know the protection comes from love. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Lay us down, Adonai, in God, in peace, and let us rise up to life. Spread over us your protection and your peace, and give us good counsel before you, and save us for the sake of your name. Baruch atah Adonai, shomer amo Yisrael la'ad. Baruch, blessed are you, Adonai, in heaven, who protects the people Israel forever, essentially. I added the heaven part. I don't know where that came from. Okay, Yitgadal v'Yitkadash, Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'Yitkadash, Shemei Rabba, V'alma divrach hirutei, V'amlich malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon, Uv'chaydachol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala, Ba'gala, Uvizman kariv, V'meru, Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'alam ulal me'al maya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitbar, v'yitroman, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shemei kudsha brichu, leila min kol birchata, v'shirata, tushbechata, v'nechemata, damiran bialma, v'meru. Amen. Shalom, Kimberly. I saw you come in. Erev Tov. Time for the Amidah, everyone. Standing prayer. We acknowledge we are standing exactly where Hashem meant us to be, in the footsteps of our destiny, in the dreams of our ancestors, in the origin story of the people who come after us. This is exactly where we're meant to be. Please rise in body or in spirit for the Amidah. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Ha-El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Hastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshiach Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh kol atah, Rav lehoshia, Morid hatal. Mechakel chaim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim v'rofeh holim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umidom melach, melech memit, umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. Or Hametim for Tinoki, the very particular cat in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Please continue silently for a moment. And now we have come to the heart of the weekday Ma'ariv, in my opinion. This is, of course, from the Siddur of Rabbi Devorah Mackenzie, we take this moment as an opportunity to breathe, to smile, to be present in my own journey, to recall, remember, and acknowledge all the goodness in our lives, the goodness in our souls, the goodness that maybe we haven't expressed today. We're still grateful for that. So after we do a little bit of the Hebrew, I would like to invite everyone here on the Zoom, everyone in the Facebook and on YouTube, to write or to unmute when I call on you, to express what you are grateful for today. Modim anachnu lach she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu le'olam va'ed. Hatov ki lo tamu chasdecha ki me'e olam kivenu lach. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shmicha u'lacha ne'e lehodot. So let me unmute first. Let me stop the share and say, hi, everybody. I want to start off by saying how grateful I am for all of you. It's wonderful to be part of this community. It's a privilege to be leading the service today. And it's really an honor, and it's a blessing. I really have loved the services so far this week. Rabbi Deborah's on Monday and Rabbi Karen's yesterday have just left me with such a good feeling in my heart. And so I'm very grateful for that, and thank you for all of you for being part of that. So let's start with the people on the Zoom. Marvin, I see you're unmuted. Do you want to say what you're grateful for?
Oh, my cardiologist said my EKG was all right.
That is really good news. Mazel tov.
But he wants me back in 6 months.
Okay, that's a good cardiologist. That's someone who's going to keep making sure it's good, because you got a lot of services to go to, so you got to make sure you're good, and your kiddies depend on you. So mazel tov. I'm very happy to hear that, Marvin. Thank you.
Yeah, they just got their summer haircut.
Your cats?
Yeah, they got shaved. They got a lion's cut because they have 3 long-haired cats and 1 short-haired one.
I take care of a cat sometimes at my dad's house. If I attempted to go anywhere near her with anything resembling scissors, I would be the one who was shaved. So.
Well, no, I took them to a groomer.
Okay.
Can't even cut Tanoki's nails. We have to take it to the vet.
Yeah, my cat Bella is she's adopted, and she was feral for the first year of her life. So she's no picnic trying to get her to do anything.
The cats do what they want to do.
Exactly. Ellen Friedman.
Oh, I am so grateful that after 7 months of my teaching certificate being pending, it finally got approved. So now I can do speech pathology in the schools. I am so happy. Yay!
That's great.
Wow, what a blessing, not just for
Yeah.
you, but for the students, for those who need you and that are going to have your help now. Wow.
Right.
That is so good. What good news.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
Sue Bowers?
Oh, I'm just thankful to be here. I had Wednesday is usually my day off. I'll be off tomorrow too, but because I have a doctor's appointment because he couldn't meet me on Wednesday. But it's just a follow up from a procedure I had a couple of months ago. So I think I'm feeling good.
I'm grateful for you feeling good too. Okay. Anyone else on the Zoom would like to share? Yeah. Ziona.
I would like to share that I am grateful for my writing teacher and her feedback and for making me laugh today. It's pre-recorded. She didn't actually hear me laugh, but she said chutzpah today.
What?
Chutzpah instead of chutzpah. And it made me laugh.
That's funny, chutzpah. It's kind of a combination of a bad word in English and chutzpah. That's funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
But she's a really good teacher and I'm learning a lot. So I'm very thankful. And I'm also thankful for all of you and at Sim Shalom.
We're grateful for you too, Zina. And we're grateful that you have the tenacity and the resilience to get through all this medical stuff that's coming your way. And, having to be your own best advocate to say, this is what I need. And I'm not going to get lost in the system. And, I really appreciate all the strength that it takes to do that. So I'm
Thank
grateful
you.
for that about you, Ziona.
I come from strong women, so it's all from them.
I come from strong women too.
And from God.
Yeah, I mean, one and the same. So, Ellen Rose.
I'm grateful for this day and all who are in it, and that I was able to cook. So it was a very fulfilling day. And I had a Zoom, and then I have Marv, and then I have another Zoom.
Wow.
Very nice. Yes.
It's good to be
Very
busy.
grateful. Yes, very.
I'm grateful for that too. Wow. I see in the chat that Ellen corrected me, Midtown Manhattan. I'm sorry. My apologies to Tanoki. Sipora says she's grateful for her spiritual, mental, and physical health. Toby says he's grateful for life and everyone that is in it, and Sim Shalom. That's really special. Thank you, Toby. Reba says she's grateful for her ancestors and her family. We're grateful for you. Where is Reba? She must be feeding Aurelia. It happens, grandmother exceptions. Makes perfect sense. Let's go over to the Facebook. And over here, Derek said, thankful for Torah and all of his word. Wonderful. Thank you, Derek. Blessed day. Yes, it is a blessed, beautiful day today. And I don't see any more on Facebook, and on the YouTube is still quiet here. Al says he's grateful that thorns have roses. That's an interesting way to put it. Al, do you want to... I didn't mean to make you... I know you're driving, Al. Would you like to speak?
It's actually my voice recognition on my headset.
Ah.
But last night when I said I was grateful that I had passed the hazmat endorsement, it took it as endowment. So it was wrong. But anyway, so I've got that behind me. So I'm legal.
That's really
Thank
good
you.
news. Really good news. And it's a good thing that there's, that you have to test, and you have to make sure that, you are responsible in order to transport, hazardous stuff. And it makes me feel good that you're the one doing that. That responsibility is on your shoulders. Hopefully you get paid well for that. So thank you, Al. Thank you for sharing that. Would anyone else in the Zoom like to share what they're grateful for before we move on?
Hi, everybody. Erica. I am grateful that we're having rain up in northern Maine today. Our house is actually on a well, so every time it rains, it just adds more and more water. So, Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem. Wow, that's really good. And Maine is known for having the best water, I think, in the United States. People from Maine, everyone I know from Maine talks about Maine water and how they can tell the difference in the taste. So, wow, what a blessing it is to have all that water. Ziona says in the chat, Al, can I steal that thorns have roses would make a good line in a novel? Ha ha ha! It would! It would make a good line, especially if all those thorns with roses are next to that overflowing well in northern Maine. It's very biblical, This is really fun. Let me double check on the other socials for a second. Okay, we're good there. All right, so we can continue. It's time for some Adon Olam. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa, B'hu Echad, B'hu Hoveh, B'hu Nieh V'Tifara, Adon Olam. I have no idea where my mind went just now. Anyway, that was Adon Olam. We can do the whole thing. Ve'acharei kilocha kol leva'ado yimloch nora Adon Olam v'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yeh b'tifara Adon Olam v'hu echad v'ein sheni laham shilo laham bira Adon Olam b'li reshi b'li tachlit v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra Adon Olam והוא אלי, והי גואלי, בצור חבלי ביצרה אדון עולם. והוא ניסי, ומנוס לי, מנקוסיל ביום יקרא אדון עולם. ויעדו אבקיד רוחי, ויהיה תישן ויעירה אדון עולם. ואם רוחי גוויעתי, אדוני לי, ולא אירא אדון עולם. Yay! This is a beautiful translation. Do I have an English reader who wants to read the translation? Yeah, Ziona, very much an English reader and writer over there.
And it is my favorite prayer.
Oh,
And the line about now I can't find it. I'm going to say it wrong. Monocacy. There's a line in there, and we have a Monocacy River, so it always reminds me of the river. Which I'm pronouncing the Hebrew wrong, but it's close.
okay. Would you like to start up here?
Yep, I'm good. O God of all, you reigned supreme before creation's form was framed. When all was finished by your will, your name almighty was proclaimed. When this our world will be no more, in majesty you still will reign. Who was, who is, will always be, in endless glory you remain. Alone are you beyond compare, without division or ally. Without beginning, time or end, omnipotent you rule on high. You are my God, my Savior true, to whom I turn in sorrow's hour. My banner proud, my refuge sure, you hear and answer with your power. Then in your hand myself I lay, and pray to sleep and wake with cheer. My soul and body are in your care. You are my God, I have no fear.
Wow. Well read. Very beautiful. Troy says you need to look up the Sephardic version. It has more verses. You know, I didn't know that. I thought this was the long version. That's really interesting. Thank you, Troy. And now it's time to take all of this joy, all of this goodness we're feeling in our hearts right now, and wish it to heal those who need it most. People who need healing of body, healing of mind, healing of spirit. We're going to take all of our love and all of this good, positive energy and send it out into the universe so that it may heal those who need it. I would like, before I go, let me go around the chat. Let's do it just like the gratitude prayer. Does anyone want to say who they're wishing healing energy to? You can write it in the chat if you want me to say it. Ellen Friedman.
Yes, my dear friend Paru had an MRI on her knee today, and I'd like to send healing prayers to her, and also for myself for my hip. Less than a month from my surgery now.
Wow. That's
So,
that's
a little
special.
bit nervous.
Of course, it's only natural to be nervous, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're having the surgery and that you will be better after.
I need it. I can't walk, so I need it.
We're sending all the healing energy to you, Ellen Friedman.
Thank you.
Yeah, big hugs. Ziona's right. Big hugs to Ellen Friedman.
Thank you.
Ellen
Yes.
Friedman and my ukulele. Sue Bowers.
Oh, Dorothy, Marlene, Bill, Robert, Jean, and David.
Thank you, Sue. Marvin Gruber.
Nelson Raspaldo, going all night.
Thank you. Let me see. Anyone else unmuted here? Oh, Ziona.
Avabat Elsa, Probat Ethel, my brother's colleague, Ms. Bo, who lost her mother last week, and the people of Uvalde, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And on the yard site of that tragedy, and all other victims of survivors of violence, and also myself, Ziona Bat Chava.
Amen. Thank you, Ziona. Wishing lots of healing energy to you as you battle the medical establishment and also benefit from the medical. You know, it's all a big mess up. And again, your tenacity, and wishing you all the healing in the world.
Kaylee Morgan, Jasmine Morgan, and Richard Stevens.
All the healing energy in the world to your loved ones, Kimberly. Al.
My wife Tracy, Ellen Friedman, Granny Franny, Brady's father. Brady, we haven't seen in a while. Come on back.
Right.
Ziona and her husband, Tom. Our friend Molly and her dog, Sammy. Rabbi Galit, Toby, Sephora, my friend Jeff Anderson, Rabbi Gerald Schuster, my friend Jeff Guterson, and I think that's it. Thanks.
I'm grateful for your excellent memory, Al, especially for names. I wish I mean, maybe I do have that. I shouldn't say I wish.
Thank you.
Comes in handy for things like the healing prayer.
I drive my wife crazy with my memory, so
It's a good thing. Toby.
Everyone at Sim Shalom, Al and his wife, Ellen Freeman, Sephora, Brady's dad, Andy, just healing light around the world. Everyone needs it.
Oh man,
Amen.
absolutely. And I could feel it coming from you right now, all of it, like coming out of your every pore of your skin was exuding all that healing love you have for everyone. And thank you for including Andy. Andy is a congregant of ours who watches on Facebook and is recovering from lymphedema. And she has so much positive energy and all this light. And actually, when we had our Ramadan celebration to acknowledge our Muslim friends, she talked about how she grew up in a mixed Muslim and Jewish environment, and it was all about this love and how the iftar dinners were so full of wonderful togetherness with all the neighbors, Jewish and Muslim and all kinds of people. That was a really special moment that Andy brought into our congregation. So yes, let's all wish Andy lots of love and healing, as well as everyone who needs it, like Toby said. Okay. In the chat, Rudolph says, to Erica, Ellen D, and all other cancer patients. Sephora is wishing healing to my Granny Franny. Thank you. And all who have PTSD. Indeed. Thank you, Sephora. You know, Sephora, that really matters to a lot of people. I know I've told you this before, but the fact that you are specifically wishing healing to people who are suffering from PTSD, which is one of the loneliest of diseases, because people are often suffering in silence. Sometimes they look fine, but they're really suffering on the inside, and they sometimes don't know that what's going on with them. And so to wish healing to people who have such a disease that comes with a difficult insight and makes it difficult to reach out for help is super, super important. So I know that every time you say that, Sephora, people feel very, very loved by you and by us as an extension of you. So thank you for bringing that healing, loving energy, Sephora, like you always do. Zuna agrees. Yeah, PTSD is invisible and needs to be discussed. 100% discussed and the taboo removed so that people can heal. Very, very important. So over here on Facebook, Andy says, thank you, Toby. I pray for you and Granny Franny and others each day before Mincha. Love you all. Love right back to Andy. Everyone give Andy a big hug. We love you, Andy in Georgia. Yay. Over here on the Sim Shalom YouTube, chat's still a little quiet there. That's good. That's okay. I would like to wish healing energy to the family of Ade Raphael, who passed away a little while ago. I wanted to apologize for what I said at the time, that her family was not supportive of her. Turns out it's a much more complicated picture than I understood. And her mom and other family members were very supportive of her. And I'm wishing them a lot of healing as they mourn the loss of their child. So lots of love to the Raphael family from me and from all of us here at Sim Shalom. Hi, Kimberly's dog. We love doggies and kitties here at Sim Shalom. Definitely count towards the minion. For sure, for sure, for sure. So she says, hi, Sim Shalom. That's good. Yay. Andy says, was thinking of a day. Much love. Thank you, Andy. And then, let me see. Okay, so let's go ahead with the prayer now. We can say it together. I have what's written here transliterated right here, so we can say it together. Oh, right after there's a.
Oops.
I live on a very noisy street. I'm kind of tempting fate with having my window open right now because it's a little hot, but so far so good. Anyway, back to business. We're taking all of that wonderful healing energy and directing it with all of our souls to everyone we just mentioned. And we can say together, Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, Yevarech et Acholim Kol Hashmot Nedaber, Hakadosh Baruch Hu Yimlei Rachamim Alehem, Lehamlechim, Lechamlechamam, Uleropotam, Velechazikam, V'yishlach Lehem Mimra Refuah, Refuah Shlema, Min Hashamayim, Refuat HaNefesh, Refuat HaGuf, Hashta, Bagala, Ubizman, Kariv, V'nomar, Amen. Or put another way, we can take from Numbers 12, verse 13, Ana el na refa nala. Please God, heal her, her being all of creation. All that love out in the universe from us at Sim Shalom, all the healing love in the world. It feels good. It feels really good to wish healing. Let's continue now. Osei Shalom. Osei Shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yay! Oh, and what a day it is. For those of us who have been counting, we've been waiting for this day, and it is here. Oh, what a miracle. Technically, we're going to do the whole big celebration tomorrow evening when Shavuot, which is the holiday we've been counting towards, actually begins. But tonight is the last night of counting. So, let's count together, shall we? Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Kishanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Al Sefirat HaOmer. And now the day itself, Hayom Tisha Ve'arba'im Yom Shehem Shiv'a Shavuot La Omer, which means, according to Sue Bowers in Florida,
Today is the 49th days, which is 7 weeks of the Omer.
We did it!
We did it!
We did it!
Yay! Oh my God, we'll be at the promised land in no time.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a kind of 40 more years, but you know, okay. Jewish counting is a little bit, it's fuzzy. It can be fuzzy. So, yay!
If we didn't have the golden calf, we would have been there already.
It's true. We do tend to waste time. That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So wonderful. We've counted the Omer. That's a really good thing. Let's continue with Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol latet gedulat liotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot hadama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam ve'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yehiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. And it is said, and Adonai shall rule over the earth, and on that day Adonai will be one, and the name 1. All that counting and we're back to 1. That's the way it goes. Karish Shalem. Yikra v'yikra shemei rabba. V'yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayachoni v'yomechon v'chayeda chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kari v'imeru.
Amen.
Eshmei rabba.
They Rabba Mizrach, they old man,
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha. Breathe.
Miracle.
Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'ama v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom b'mromav, huya say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Time for the mourner's Kaddish, where we remember those loved ones who are never, ever gone from us, even if they're no longer here physically. They're always in our hearts. We remember them on their yahrzeit. We mourn them after we lose them. And it is time today to anyone who's on your mind, anyone who's visited you recently, please share their names or write their names in the chat, and we can all share in their memory together. Let's do the names before we read the prayer. Ellen Friedman, would you like to start?
Yes, my dear friend Laura Frick. Her yahrzeit is coming.
Thank you, Ellen. We remember Laura Frick. Sephora writes, Ernest and Mary Hines. I want to say how grateful I am for Sephora's grandparents. Sephora's grandparents are such a rock of not only her life, but of my life now too, in a wonderful way, because they have created this amazing person who is so resilient and who spreads so much joy on this planet in the face of adversity. So I'm definitely remembering Ernest and Mary Hines today as well. Sue Bowers.
Oh, I just learned that Tina Turner passed away today.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
God, my heart.
one of my husband's favorite performers.
Mine too. I'll let you in on a little secret. Every Friday before the service, I get in the mood by taking a very hot bath with Epsom salt and Dead Sea salt, and I play Tina Turner live. The live album, I think it's live in Europe. It's from 1987, and I become the rock star that I imagine myself to be.
Uh-oh.
It is
Can you
so
see a
much-
visual of that?
I mean, Tina Turner is my alter ego in my mind, and I love her so much. I'm gonna miss her so much. She performed to a sold-out audience in Tel Aviv in 1987. So she's a friend of the Jews. She's a friend of everybody. She was a wonderful human being who brought so much joy to all of us. So
And such a hard life.
such a hard life. Tina Turner's not even her name. You know,
Yeah.
Tina Turner was a name that her husband at the time, that evil man, tried to give her. I shouldn't have said that, evil man. I should not have said that. You know, he was very abusive to her. We know this. But in any case, she overcame a lot. And I'm very grateful for Tina. Very grateful for her. Forgive me for having spoken ill of someone. You know, rabbis make
All
mistakes.
right. That's all right.
Troy.
Well, my nephew, Jared Pence, passed away like a couple of months ago. So I've been praying for him.
Wow. Well, we miss him along with you. Thank you for bringing his name into our community, Troy. Marvin Gruber.
Larry Silberg, Rebecca Hill.
Thank you, Marvin. Let's see. Anyone else in the chat, in the Zoom would like to say? Yeah, Ziona.
Children of Uvalde, Texas, whose yahrzeit is today.
Whoa.
And I've been thinking about my father because I heard a talk on Sunday night that I wish he could have heard. So remembering him tonight.
You told me about the rabbinical student from Uganda.
Right. It was so inspiring. Oh, so I have this, if you'll indulge me for a second, because you've all been indulging me all the rest of the, I have this kippah that was my father's, and it was made by, I want to, Ethiopian Jews.
It
Oh,
looks
it's beautiful.
There's
It's
a tag in
beautiful.
here. I knew it wasn't Uganda. There's a tag. It's so Ethiopian. So African American jewelry was very a light unto his soul. I'll put it that way.
wow. Isn't that wonderful how a people that's been so spread apart for so many years are coming back together in such a
That
strong
is so
way?
beautiful.
It's very
It's
beautiful.
it's hand stitched too. That
It
is
was,
beautiful.
yeah.
Every bit of it.
That's one. On one of my favorite things on Spotify is there's a whole album from a Jewish community in Uganda. I think they're called the Abu Daya community, and they recorded an album with the help of the conservative movement, who's kind of helping a lot of the Jewish renewal over there. And it's just a beautiful album. Ellen, did you know about that? Yeah, cool. I wish I had the exact name. I'd put it in the
I
chat.
have one of their CDs. They're
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's so wonderful. It's wonderful, the universalness of it all. It's really special. Toby says, Fievel. Did I pronounce that right, Toby?
Rifle.
I don't know exactly how to say it. And it's Yiddish.
Fifel.
Yeah.
Depending on what type of visit you want.
And he was somebody when I was younger that introduced me to Judaism, and he was like a grandfather to me. And I wrote a paper during my conversion about him, so I just wanted to mention his name.
Well, we love you, Fifel, wherever you are in the universe. Thank you for bringing Toby to our lives and into our community. Thank you for starting.
He was a Holocaust survivor.
Wow. Thank you, Fifel, for turning the tragedy that befell you into something beautiful in the form of Toby being here today, being free to be exactly who he wants to be. So,
yes,
what a beautiful story that is. Thank you, Fifel. At first, when I read it, I thought it was Farfel, like Matzah Farfel, but it's not. It's Fifel. I would love to learn Yiddish. I really would. My grandmother speaks Yiddish, but I don't.
It's hard.
It's hard, yes. I've heard that. It's hard, especially when you think you're reading Hebrew, and then all of a sudden you realize it's not Hebrew, even if
It's hard if you speak German.
Yes.
Because the word order is weird.
It is.
Oh.
So
Language my parents spoke when I wasn't supposed to understand them.
Yeah, but I took German, and my Yiddish got much better because I found between the Hebrew and the German, I didn't have any problem.
put together.
My grandmother's brother lived in Eretz Yisrael, and we were worried when, she didn't speak Hebrew. We were worried, and she said, "Oh, I speak German to the older and English to the younger, and everyone understands me." And she didn't know Yiddish, but her native language was German, so she was able to communicate perfectly. So it's close enough that you can get across what you need, apparently.
It's like Spanish and Ladino. It's very close, but not exactly. And there are some grammatical differences there too.
When I took German, I was cautioned about, if you know Yiddish, be careful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that much Yiddish, so.
Ellen says, Toda Rabbah for this Ma'ariv service. Shavuot Sameach Al. Yes, absolutely. Tomorrow night, actually, after, I don't know if it's Rabbi Ruthie or if it's Rabbi Shush is going to do a Ma'ariv service. But then at night, later on, Rabbi Deborah is hosting Tikkun Leil. And we're going to have like a beautiful thing. So
where's there a link for that at?
That's a good question. I think it might be the same link that is for her Torah study. And if that's true, is that true?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think that's what she said.
I'm going to copy it right now from my calendar, and I'm going to put it in the chat so everyone can have the link.
Okay.
Erev Tov, I have a class.
Erev Tov, Ellen. Erev Tov, Tinoki. Bye. So the link is there in the chat. Torah study at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, good. Sometimes it's good to be on the West Coast. I don't have to stay up so late. Nice. Okay.
I was thinking that when I saw what time it was, I'm like, oh, that's so bad for people on the West.
I mean, she's, Rabbi Deborah is very inclusive and accessible, but she's also very traditional. And technically, it's an all-night study, so I get it.
She said it would be from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time.
Good. I'm looking forward to. I hope to see everyone there.
Yeah.
Rudolph, I see you're unmuted. Would you like to share who you're remembering today?
I just want to say thank you for everyone. I was thinking of my grandmother's sister, whom I owe to. She died in 1985, but I owe so much to her. And it was actually she who gave me an old madrich, a rabbi's handbook, which she was much interested in, and I tried to learn some Hebrew from that one. So,
wow.
She was born in 1901, as far as I recollect.
Wow.
Still many Jews in Germany?
No, not so much. It's only a very, very small part of my family. So.
Very grateful for your grandmother's sister. She lived a long life, 1901 to 1985.
85, yes.
That's very what a blessing that you coexisted at a time and she was able to introduce you to that text, and that you've brought her memory here to Sim Shalom in 2023. So I'm grateful for her for bringing you here. Thank you, Rudolph.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And let's see, we have on Facebook, we're remembering, Andy is remembering Ms. Anna May. Anna May, that was her name. Anna May Bullock. Miss Anna May, Tina, Michael Ben Gladys, and Howard Ben Annie. So we're all remembering your loved ones and Miss Anna May as well. Thank you, Andy. And let me just double check the YouTubes. No chat there yet. Okay. So let's go ahead, unless someone else would like to. I didn't offer to Al. Troy, I see you're unmuted. Would you like to say who you're remembering?
No, I already went.
You already went. I'm sorry, my bad.
That's okay. You're
any-
just like me. I forget. It don't matter.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
It's all good.
Would anyone else like to say the names of their loved ones before we say the prayer? Let me see. No? Okay, so let's continue now and conclude our service with the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal, V'yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma, Divrach, Yeruteh, V'yamlich Malchuteh, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala U'bizman Kariv, V'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah, Shalom U'maya, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yar, V'yuman, V'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudsha, Bri,
Amen.
Le'ela, Yit Ho Birchata, V'shirata, Tushbachata, Nechemata, Damiran V'yama, Imru, Amen. Yehesh Lama Abba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imra, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, V'imru, Amen. Erev Tov, everybody. What a wonderful service. This felt so uplifting to me. And it was really nice to see all of you here. It was really, really special. Al writes, if anyone needs my New York style cheesecake recipe for Shavuot, contact me at, and I'm not going to say it out loud because this is, going to be on the internet forever, but Al's email is in the chat. So please contact him there and you can share some dairy recipes. So yes, it's traditional to eat some dairy on Shavuot. Not for me, because I'm a vegan and I'm allergic to dairy, but for others. And let me see on the Facebook. Andy says, thank you, Toda Rabah. Thank you, Andy. Thank you for coming. Shavuot Tov, Shavuot Tov, Shavuot Sameach, Hag Sameach. I hope to see you all tomorrow evening, and then as well at the Tikkun Leil. And Friday, we're going to do a Shavuot celebration, as well as a Yizkor, which is traditional. He says Tracy did veganize it before. There you go. So, and Ziona says vegan cheesecake thong in the fridge. Yay! Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Erev Tov. Keep that
Erev
light shining bright.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Have everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Erev Tov. Goodbye.
Tov. Shalom.
Shalom.